All right, there was a small strip of rubber that was kind of sticking out. I don't hear the noise now. Maybe that was it. Wow, cool. Hey, how you doing, Duff here? Welcome back to another lunchtime ride. It's been a couple weeks, I guess. I don't think I did any of these last week because I was off the majority of the week. We are in the back of the Tesla, and today we are riding yet another vehicle. A vehicle that is not ridden very often. It is the original Ninebot 1E Plus. This is the OG, man. My first electric unicycle. It still works. At least last time I checked, it still works. So we're gonna get out and see how it feels to be back on the wheel that started it all. Well, first thing I noticed was I heard some rubbing. What's rubbing here? I'm guessing maybe the valve. I did put some water. Oh God, I'm old. I did put some air in the tire this morning. I'm not sure. But you know what? I don't care. I don't think it'll blow up. Yeah, I'm guessing it might just be the valve. The valve rubbing. It doesn't sound like a severe rub, so. But we'll find out, right? We'll find out together. It's always good to wear your chin strap as loose as possible. Guess I need to tighten that up a little bit, huh? I just got my first 2 tilt backs already. Didn't take long. Wow. Got to remember this wheel, I think I had a top speed of around 13 miles an hour, something like that. I did have it on the charger last night. I know the battery capacity is down quite a bit from its original range, which was, I don't know, 12 miles, 13 miles, I'm not quite sure. If my good old Ninebot app will connect, hi. See if it'll connect to the E+. Okay, it sees it, ding. It says remaining mileage, 15.4 miles to go. Yeah, don't believe it. So all right, it still does work. It still does see the Ninebot 1 series. All right, so I'm just curious where tilt back comes in. Maybe I'm just so used to riding fast that, you know, 13 miles an hour just feels super slow. 12, 13, yeah, I'm at max speed right now. Yeah, and it actually let me go above 13 miles an hour and I didn't get the tilt back. So yeah, I just must be hitting, you know, 14 miles an hour and it's saying no, no. Interesting. Oh, so the Ninebot 1 and me, we have a very long history. I took a lot of bumps and bruises on this wheel. I gave this wheel a lot of bumps and bruises. It's sort of amazing that it still works at all, to be honest with you. Oh, there's some tilt back. I don't know if you can see that. Tilt back was responsible for me falling off this wheel more than once. Because as the battery goes down, the tilt back gets very severe and can come on extremely quick. And yeah, it dumped me off the back end quite a few times. Wheel itself still feels good. Yeah, it still feels responsive. Still rides well, other than the minor scraping noise that I'm hearing. It's not bad. But we're riding around in a similar spot as we have in the past. The community's right around my work. Oh wait, I'm supposed to point the camera this way, I forgot. Sorry. Bad habit. I'm having some issues with, oh, okay, there we go. There's our tilt back. Having some issues with my joints right now. All right, I'm gonna just quick stop and see if we can figure out if the rubbing is just the valve or something else. All right, there was a small strip of rubber that was kind of sticking out. Oh. don't hear the noise now. Maybe that was it. Wow, cool. Nice, that was it. No more noise. That was an easy fix. All right, so like I was saying, I'm having some physical issues right now. My right shoulder is all kinds of screwed up. I'm not quite sure why. Ever since I've had issues with my shoulders over the years from doing bench press, it caused me a lot of pain. There was periods of time where I wouldn't bench press for long periods of time because of that pain. But whenever that happened in the past, whenever that happened in the past, I could always still do push-ups. Push-ups never caused me pain for whatever reason. So now the gyms have been closed for a month, what, a month and 5 weeks, 6 weeks, I don't know. Old guy spun around and walked right out in front of me. But of course he couldn't hear me because I'm on a PEV. So anyways, yeah, gyms have been closed for a while. And as a result, I've been doing my workouts at the parking garage here on the government campus. And a lot of my workouts have been simply push-ups and bodyweight squats. More than anything, I've been doing those two core exercises. And I've had issues with my shoulder hurting me somewhat, but not terrible. You know, usually once I did the first set, I was okay. It would kind of, you know, work itself out, and I felt all right to do the rest of my reps. So I went to the parking garage for the first time since my staycation, my 5-day staycation, which I didn't do any push-ups at all. Went back to the parking garage on Tuesday. I figured, oh yeah, after a 5-day break, I should feel good, right? Everything should be good. And my shoulder hurt. Right from the get-go. It took a little bit longer for the pain to become more mild, but I still did my 200 push-ups, not at once, across multiple sets. I did my 200 push-ups and called it good. But then Tuesday night, I had constant aching and throbbing in that right shoulder. And it's been that way ever since. It just doesn't want to go away. Like anything that requires me to lift like this sends lots of pain right through this area here. It's a pain, man. I've just been taking some Advil to try to take the edge off the pain. But you know, there's not going to be any push-ups for any time soon until this goes away. I'm not sure what I did. Ironically, the day before that, I had a mysterious stabbing pain. It almost felt like a kink in my neck. Again, on the right side, that was right up here. And then the day after that, the shoulder pain started. So who knows? Who knows what it is? Like most things, my first inclination is just to write it off as one of the wonderful side effects of getting old and just deal with it. Okay, well, I guess I didn't totally solve the problem because I hear it once again, a slightly lesser level. Oh well, not a big deal. So funny how your perspective changes. I mean, I clearly remember, you know, when I was doing, you know, 13 miles an hour, thinking, you know, I was hauling ass, living large, and now the kickback's coming in, and it feels like I'm doing nothing. Strange how perspective on things change over time. That's a universal truth. Perspectives change for sure. So how you guys been doing with the isolation, quarantining, all that jazz? I don't think it's easy for anybody, that's for sure. I've had my own unique struggles with it. But, you know, everyone has their own issues that they have to deal with. It's just a matter of if you deal with them or not. So, and out of the two choices, dealing or not dealing with issues, generally speaking, dealing with them is the better path to take long term. Some of you may be interested that I am working on a new project for my 3D printed electric unicycle stand store. I don't want to say too much about it because it's in the prototype stage and it could wind up being a big flop. I don't know, but it could be something cool if it works out, and it could pose a solution to a problem that a lot of people have when it comes to getting a stand for their wheel. So we'll just leave it at that, and I'll let you know when it's ready for more discussion. Remember how shitty the handle designs are on the Ninebot 1 series? Has just like this little stubby tail. that loved to brake. You had to try to be conscious of grabbing it towards the hinge right there instead of the back. If you grabbed it towards the back too much, it applied too much leverage to that joint and it would fail. And replacing the handle assembly on the E Plus required a pretty substantial teardown, and it was a large pain in the ass. So old timers like me might remember it. This was the wheel that I watch endless Speedy Feet videos on. Ian, when he got the Ninebot ones, watched so many videos of him teaching people about them. This was his go-to wheel for a long time. First the Ninebot 1Es, and then he moved to the Ps, which were pieces of shit. But yeah, so many classic Ian videos on the Ninebot 1. Those of you that aren't familiar with the specs of the old Ninebots, they're actually, maybe my recollection is fuzzy as well. I think it had a 300 or 320 watt-hour battery. The motor somewhere in the neighborhood of 350 watts, I think. And like I said, the range, realistic range, you know, no more than 15 miles. But it was rare to get that, at least for me. 16-inch wheel. So it was a good size for learning, maneuverable yet pretty stable. Nice package at the time. Best package available at the time, if you ask me. So the app said it originally had 15 miles of range left. Now it says I have 10, so it's dropping fast. Because I definitely had not gone 5 miles already. And if I remember correctly, like once it said that your available range left is like 5 miles or less, you're in walking mode. It's not much fun at all. So I have to kind of stay close because I don't think the battery is going to last all that long. And we're getting tilted back. Yep, according to the app, 64% battery remaining. But I don't believe it. It's even hard for me to hold the freaking selfie stick with my right arm. I got to become a lefty temporarily. Although I am sort of a lefty in some things. I think I've talked about that before. How I'm very strange as I do certain things right-handed, certain things left-handed. Like I write right-handed, and I play tennis right-handed, but I throw left-handed. I bat in baseball left-handed. I'm right-footed. So yeah, my brain's all kind of messed up. Oh wow, I just saw a sign that this golf course is now closed. That's the one that I commented about it being open. There's a sign though that says golf course closed. No trespassing. Sheriff will be called. Wow. I wonder when that happened. I did not hear about that happening. Although I did comment how it was obvious that social distancing was not occurring. As far as my situation, it's looking to me like more than likely they're going to probably open up our office to the public May 4th, I think. Not official, but it's looking that way. Hi. It's so funny how still, even after 1,400 or 1,500 videos, whatever it is, like if I'm out in public recording, I go past somebody else, I always have a tendency to just shut up while I pass them, just because I don't know. Like for some reason, there's a part of my brain that actually cares that they think that I'm a whack job because I'm talking to myself as I'm riding. But I really need to just get over it, just embrace the whack job. So like I said, the E Plus has been part of some of my best falls I've ever had on PEVs. I mean, the most impactful fall obviously was the Ranger X1 when I wiped out on Immokalee Road. That was the worst. But there was a time where I was trying to ride back from Dunkin' Donuts on this wheel. Battery level got low and it started doing non-stop tiltbacks, and they were strong tiltbacks. They were throwing me off a lot. They would just throw you back, and I was not all that skilled of a rider at that point, and it would make me come off quite often. I would fall off from these tiltbacks. And I had a funny one on a Mockley road. I was in an area by a very steep embankment. The tilt back kicked in. I came off, and you can see in the thumbnail, I believe, you can see the wheel rolling down the hill, and you just see my elbow in the grass because I rolled down the embankment. The Ninebot 1 rolled down the embankment, and I was swearing. I was quite angry, both at myself and the Ninebot 1, I guess. I don't know, but yeah, that's a pretty funny one. And for a while, Katie and Daniel had this wheel, and they took it with them on a trip up to Carolina, and they were riding in like some hilly / mountainous area. Came off the wheel, off the Ninebot 1, and it like rolled down a huge embankment, really steep, you know, like a runaway boulder. And yeah, the wheel was fine. Yeah, I think like maybe like the plastic caps over the LEDs came off or something, but yeah, it still worked. Really is amazing. All right, right now I'm experiencing which was one of the major drawbacks of the 9x1E Plus, is this performance in headwind. I'm right now in a very steep headwind, and it instantly started tilting back, even though I'm only doing like 6-7 miles an hour. It just does, the motor just does not have the guts to deal with this. So yeah, headwind and 9x1E Pluses are not friends. Yeah, I just checked the app. I've only ridden like 3 miles so far. So yeah, the battery is going down quickly. It also did say that total mileage on this wheel is 700 miles. Well, actually, I'm going to click 700 miles during this ride, so I guess that's momentous, right? 700 miles on the 9x1E Plus. Yeah, this thing is not happy in the wind, man. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to zigzag to potentially lessen the wind impact on my body, but it's not doing anything, of course. But you know, even going this speed, I'm feeling it tilt me back. Ay, ay, ay. Let's do today's Walmart visit. Man, look, the parking lot is not full at all today. Not much going on. I don't know how things have been in your area, but I have seen the return of paper goods to grocery stores, or at least to superstores. Cindy and I were at Sam's Club over the weekend, and they had a pretty much fully stocked paper aisle. So it's good to see that at least that aspect of life is returning more or less to normal. It's a great wheel just to, you know, get out and see the sights at a very leisurely pace. This now is this might be my slowest vehicle now that I put the Swallowbot board in Cindy's Mini Pro. This might actually be slower than the Mini Pro, so this might be my slowest PEV that I own at this point, which is fine. Everything isn't about speed, you know? All right, we got real-time speed tracking. 11, we're breaking the speed limit. 12, wow, nice. And because of reflection, you might not see that, but 700 miles has been eclipsed. Hooray. All right, I'm just doing a lap or two around the government center, and then I think I'll call it, because the last thing I want to do is deal with extreme low battery tilt back, and even worse, having to possibly carry the wheel, especially with a bad shoulder. It would not be fun. High speed footage. Yeah, 12 miles an hour. Yeah, still ride this bad boy backwards. Barely, nice. It's not good riding backwards with a bad shoulder, because I naturally want to throw my arms around. It does not feel good. All right, and we're done. Beautiful. All right, Let's see what the stats are from that ride. That epic ride, man. Bluetooth does not want to stay connected. Come on, baby. Don't die on me now. 39% battery remaining, and that ride was just under 5 miles. So, wow. These wheels ran hot. Vehicle temperature 143 degrees. Way hotter than my more expensive wheels. Wow. So, yeah, it was fun. Always lift your Ninebot 1 close to the hinge. In case you were wondering, now this is not what Ninebot 1 E-Pluses look like from the factory. Cindy spent some time customizing this for me, so yeah, custom artwork courtesy of Cindy. Ow. Yeah, just doing something that simple hurts like crazy. All right, guys, I know it's kind of an odd video, but you know, I'm an odd person. If you found this video interesting, please give it a big thumbs up. If this is your first time visiting the channel, please think about subscribing. Feel free to leave your comments, suggestions, ideas, and thoughts below. Especially if you are a current or former Ninebot 1 E Plus owner. I'd like to hear your Ninebot 1 stories, experiences. But for years and years, I said that it was pretty much the ideal first wheel for me. It really was. I don't know that it would be anymore because of its limited capabilities, but back then, you know, 3 or 4 years ago, definitely one of the best choices you can make for a starter wheel. So, hope you guys are having a good week. That's all I have for now. Until next time, Duffman out. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe, especially you 88%ers that watch my videos but aren't subscribed. Oh, sucks getting old.